response coming in from the father of Rahul Bhatt, another Kashmiri Pandit, who was killed by the same mindset, the same terrorists back in the month of May. Once again, his father has spoken of how justice needs to prevail. Listen in.
ये पूरी इंसानियत पर ही कत्ल है, क्योंकि इन्होंने पहले कश्मीरी पंडितों का कत्ल किया, 12 मई को हमारे लड़के का भी कत्ल किया, उसके बाद हिंदू बाला उसका भी कत्ल किया गया। ये बार बार ये हमले कर रहे हैं, या तो ये एक किस्म का ये माइनॉरिटी पर हमला करे। अब क्योंकि आर्मी वाले थे वो बड़े सतर्क रहे हैं, उनके बड़ी तेज कार्रवाइयां करते हैं, तो ये बौखला गए। तो पीछे जो इनकी कॉन्स्पिरेसी है वो उनको बोलता है नहटे लोगों पर हमला करो। ये नहटे लोग हैं, आप इसमें मारना या किसी के बाग में मारना, ये कहाँ की इंसानियत है? ये इंसानियत के नाम पर ही दबा है।
So you heard the father of late Rahul Bhatt there really condemning this very mindset and also saying that action must be taken, justice must prevail, because this is killing after killing that the valley is witnessing. Now remember, if we talk about the last couple of months only, Rahul Bhatt, the 35-year-old Pandit, he was gunned down by Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorists, who, by the way, were gunned down by our forces just very recently. First up, let me bring in Pradeep Datta also. He's been tracking the situation in the valley also very, very closely. Pradeep, you know, this is an unfortunate episode that has come to light once again. Questions being asked of the centre, questions being asked of that mindset which is behind this very jihadi terror that we are seeing loom large in Kashmir Valley. What is it that you're picking up? We'll go across to Ishan also thereafter, who's reporting from the attack site.
Yes, sir, absolutely. That the story of terror and death and destruction that was scripted 32 years back, the story is repeated today. We saw that few days back, Rahul Bhatt was targeted while he was sitting in the field office, and today Sunil Bhatt and his brother Pratap Bhatt, they were targeted while they were inside Apple Orchard by terrorists. And when I spoke to Rahul Bhatt's father, he said that this is attack on humanity. In fact, they can't match Indian Army and those forces. That's why they are targeting these unarmed.
I'll come back to you, Pradeep. We need to go across to Mr. Kavinder Gupta joining us on the phone line. Sir, you have, you know, in person closely viewed the situation in the valley. It's been unfortunate to say the least with regards to civilian killings, in particular, you know, the minority community being targeted on a repeated basis. Questions being asked of the centre at this point in time. Where do you think the problem really lies, sir?
देखिए, जम्मू कश्मीर की परिस्थितियों को बदलता हुआ देख करके एक फ्रस्ट्रेशन आना स्वाभाविक बात है। पिछले 15 दिनों में जो कश्मीर में सारा माहौल तिरंगामयी रहा, हर गली कूचे बाजार में लोग स्वयं प्रेरणा के साथ निकल रहे हैं, हालात बदले। मुझे तो शक ये भी होता है कि वो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज जो बात करती थी कि झंडा उठाने वाला वैली में कोई नहीं रहे, एक फ्रस्ट्रेशन आतंकवादियों में है, और सरकार का भी जो रवैया है जीरो टॉलरेंस, तो उसी आधार पर लगभग 600 से ज्यादा आतंकवादियों को न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया गया है। तो अब इक्का दुक्का जब घटनाएं इस प्रकार की होती हैं तो चिंता होना स्वाभाविक बात है, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है। लेकिन आज जो कश्मीरी पंडित समाज से 2 भाइयों को टारगेट बनाया गया, एक की मृत्यु होना, एक का शहादत होना अपने आप में दुखद है, लेकिन जल्द उनको न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया जाएगा। लेकिन ये समझना चाहिए कि इस तरह की कोशिश के साथ ये मुहिम रुकेगी ऐसा नहीं। तो कुल मिलाकर के उनके परिवार के प्रति संवेदना व्यक्त करता हूं, आगे से इसकी घटनाएं ना हो।
Seem to have lost that line with Mr. Kavinder Gupta, the former Deputy Chief Minister of J&K. But yes, that's his opinion there, since several questions are being asked of the ruling dispensation at the centre of the J&K administration as well. The political blame game also unfortunately has ensued. But first up, let's quickly play out a ground report filed by Shan from the attack site.
These are the orchards from where these militants came and opened fire at them. They took advantage of this locality not being so much populated. They were outside their house, you know, they came out of their house when this attack took place. You can see these are the apple-laden orchards where they were. Both these brothers were inside these orchards, and some, you know, some meters away from this location is their house. And now, you know, on the other side of this orchard, a search operation has been launched by the security forces to ensure that attackers could be trapped and nabbed. But yes, you know, one more attack unfolding in Shopian district, which is a cause of concern. in neighboring Kulgam. We also saw last time that a teacher was shot at, and several incidents of that nature are unfolding here. Why? They are taking advantage of these areas which are easy to come and then open fire. These are the apple orchards behind me. Shafiq, if you can show that right now this is the time and season of apples, and most of the people every day go to their orchards to look after them, to take care of them, and that is where they get most of their earnings. And they were exactly here inside that orchard where an operation has been launched to the other side, and that is where they were attacked, opened fire, and that's when they got injured. And later on locals moved them to the hospital. One of them later has succumbed to his injuries, and one of them is being treated by the doctors at the hospital. But yes, these are the areas where the vulnerability and critical situations unfold, and that is why it's difficult to come here. You can see they can be hiding anywhere in this locality. They can be in any orchards like these, and then they must have known the timing, the moment that they came out. They must have been tracking them down. They might be going every day in the locality to make sure that they get the exact details that when they come out. They must have been hiding in these vicinities, and that is when they took advantage of the situation and opened fire at them.
So, well, yes, this is a reality that we're witnessing in Kashmir, not just in recent times, but since years altogether. We keep our focus on this big story. For the moment, slip into a very short break.